Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I am Erica with Kin Folk Chatting with Erica. And in this video, we're going to compare three DNA tests 23andme, AncestryDNA, Family Tree DNA. And I am African American female. So, as you all may or may not know, I have been testing with different companies for several years now. And right now, at the time of this recording, it is early 2026, but these results are from kind of like late to mid 2025. So starting with 23andMe, we see here on the far left, you have Sub-Saharan African, so I'm 92.7%, broken down as West African 71.8%, Nigerian 32.4%, and it shows Igbo people. And then two regions. We have Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean at 31.3%, Senegambian and Guinean at 8.1%, Congolese, Southern East African 20.9%, and then here in the middle it shows Angolan and Congolese 20.9%. And then European 7.1, broken down as British and Irish at 6.8%, English, United Kingdom 4.8, Scottish 2.0, that's United Kingdom, Scotland, Western European at 0.3, and Dutch and Northern German at 0.3. And then over here you see Trace Ancestry, North African 0.2%, and then it shows additional ancestry regions that reflect mid-ancestry or more recent migration in your ancestry. So it shows my Caribbean, which is on my paternal side, New Providence, Bahamas, plus 7 regions, and then it shows African diaspora, Bahamian. AncestryDNA here shows on the left, Ivory Coast and Ghana 13%, Nigeria 13%, Senegal 11%, Benin and Togo 10%, Mali 8%, Central West Africa 8%, Central Nigeria 3%, Nigerian Woodlands 3%, North Central Nigeria 1%. Then it shows Central Africa, Cameroon 11%, and Western Bantu peoples 11%. And then over here on the right, you see Celtic and Gaelic, Southern Wales 2%, Munster, Ireland 2%, Connacht, Ireland 1%, Leinster, Ireland 1%. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Western Europe, it shows the Netherlands 1%, and then Germans in Russia 1%. And here, Family Tree DNA, on the left side, you see Africa at 94%, broken down as West Africa, Nigeria 33%, Guinea and Sierra Leone 23%, Senegal, Gambia, and Guinea-Bissau 16%, Liberia and Ivory Coast 3%. And then over here with Central Africa, we have Southern Congo Basin 17%. Then it shows Northern Congo Basin less than 2%. And then for Europe, 6%, broken down as Western Europe, Ireland 6%. So where the results are similar, which is the strong agreement, predominantly African ancestry. So all three of my tests strongly agree that my ancestry is predominantly African. So 23andMe says 92.7 Sub-Saharan African. AncestryDNA says 94% Africa. Family Tree DNA says 94% Africa. So the conclusion here is there is a near total agreement that African ancestry is dominant. Strong West African core. So all three tests independently identify West Africa as the largest ancestral source. Regions that appear across all three: Nigeria, Guinea/Sierra Leone, Senegal/Gambia, Ghana/Ivory Coast, Benin, and Togo. Even though the percentages and groupings differ, the same West African corridor consistently appears. So the conclusion, my ancestry is firmly rooted in the upper Guinea coast and Nigerian regions, which aligns strongly with African diaspora ancestry in the Americas. Central African / Congo Basin ancestry. So all three tests identify Central African ancestry, though they label it differently. So 23andMe Angolan and Congolese, and then Congolese and Southeast African. AncestryDNA says Southern Congo Basin and Cameroon Western Bantu peoples. And then Family Tree DNA says Southern Congo Basin and Northern Congo Basin. And the conclusion there, all three tests agree on Congo Basin / Bantu related ancestry, even though naming conventions vary. Small, consistent European ancestry. So each test shows a minor European component around 6 to 7%. So 23andMe shows British and Irish, English, Scottish, Dutch, Northern German. AncestryDNA says Ireland 6%, and then Family Tree DNA Ireland 6%. So the conclusion is European ancestry is consistent, small, and historically distant. So where the results differ, Nigeria split versus broad reporting. So 23andMe shows Nigeria plus Igbo specific identification. AncestryDNA, Nigeria is split into sub-regions. So central Nigeria, Nigerian woodlands, and north central Nigeria. And then Family Tree DNA says Nigeria absorbed into broader West African totals. So why is because AncestryDNA uses a micro-regional segmentation, while Family Tree DNA uses broader population clusters. Where the results differ, again, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia grouping. 23andMe says Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean. AncestryDNA says Guinea and Sierra Leone, Senegal, Gambia, and Guinea-Bissau, Liberia and Ivory Coast. Family Tree DNA says combined under West Africa. So why this coastline is genetically interconnected and companies draw borders differently. For Central Africa naming differences, all three tests detect the same ancestry but apply different population labels. 23andMe says Angola and Congolese. AncestryDNA says Southern and Northern Congo Basin. Family Tree DNA says Congo Basin region. So the key point is these are overlapping populations, not conflicting results. So what all three tests agree on is I am over 90% African. So I have 90% African ancestry. I have strong West African roots, especially Nigeria and the upper Guinea coast. I have clear Central African, which is Congo Basin, Bantu contribution, and small but consistent Irish, British Isles ancestry. So that's it. I wanted to make this somewhat brief just to give you all a comparison of the big three DNA tests that are out on the market. I have also uploaded my DNA to other companies, and I have more diverse, not really diverse, but I have more, what do you call it? Well, I would say diverse across Africa, and some results that are a little bit more specific. If you all want me to do a video on the other companies I've tested or uploaded my DNA to, including my heritage and some others, please let me know in the comment section below. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the results and the comparison, and let me know what your results are as well. All right, so that's it. This is Erica, Kin Folk Chatting with Erica, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.